All right. We have to talk about dating. And I want to know how many of our listeners actually have done this, because I've seen a multitude of stories, and I guess it stems from a new survey that 1 in 6 people now in this time frame, 2023, 1 in 6 people run background checks on their online dates. If you meet somebody on a dating app, you're meeting them online, apparently 1 in 6 are now actually running a background check on the date before they actually go out. New poll, more than 1,000 singles, commissioned by the Thriving Center of Psychology, reveals that a majority of Americans, 56%, say dating is harder now than in previous years. Recently, inflation has taken its toll on finding love. The survey finds 35% of respondents have gone on fewer dates because of inflation. That's another thing we ought to ask our listeners. Additionally, 26% say inflation is driving them to offer to split the bill on more dates. 1 in 3 women are now making the offer to pay for dinner. And then we see. I'm getting all verklempt over here because
Patty.
I'm breathing in the Patty hair dust.
Stop staring at him,
it's
Patty.
still in the room.
Very verklempt as well.
And then listen to this: people are running background checks on their dates.
Yeah.
To make sure they're not like psychos or they don't have criminal records.
I mean, if you're going to spend $100 on a date or $200, you want to make sure the person
Shane
at least...
needs to run a background check on Patty first.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think you're right. You know what? Let's go to phones on this. Andrew, if you could grab the phones. MJ Morning Show listeners, I've got a question for you. Well, I guess we can do this twofold. Number one, have you run a background check? So, women, have you run a background check on a guy you met online? Guys, have you run a background check on a woman you've met online? Or, women on women, men on men? I'm just curious. Has anyone run a background check on an online date? Because they're saying that 1 in 6 are doing this now. 800-990-1047. That's the number. Also, the second question is inflation. Are you offering to split dates now? Or have you gone out on fewer dates because of inflation and prices are through the roof? I'll take both. Let's go. Fire up the phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get into the MJ Morning Show right now.
I feel like it's an excuse to get out of a date.
What? Running a background check?
Oh, I can't afford dinner.
Oh,
you want to split it?
The inflation deal. Shorty Shane, by the way, folks, in the studio. Roxanne, you getting text on this yet?
Yes, not yet, but I'm still answering texts about fogs, to tell you the truth. But I'm sure.
Fog.
Let's go to phones.
But you know what? I'm so happy that none of us are single in here. But if we were, you could just listen to the MJ Morning Show, and it would be like a background check.
I'm single.
Shorty Shane, you're single, so actually, people don't have to run a background check on you. They can just listen to the show, learn all about you.
All right, Shorty Shane,
I want to catfish someone and say I'm like tall and show up to a date. But I want to do it in like a real way.
I'm a basketball player.
Catfish him with like a picture of
I
someone.
want to Photoshop me like really tall.
That's a funny deal. That's another good video. Is you meet someone online with a picture of maybe your face, but you put it on like a 6-foot guy's body.
Yeah.
And then you show up at the house and you got hidden cameras and you get the reaction of the girl. All right, so Shorty, you're looking you're looking for a date, right?
Always.
Sure.
All right. Now let me ask you a question.
If you want to split dinner.
Are you looking for are you looking for a little person, or are you looking for like a full-size girl?
See, people always ask all the time.
Yeah.
I'm into like taller.
Like, do you want to date? You want to date like a 6-foot
like,
Amazon girl?
Like Patty's kind of cute, but I like them taller.
That's like you and Michelle.
Oh, stop it! It's not,
What are you talking about?
What are you like? Me and Michelle? Michelle's 3 inches tall, 2 or 3 inches taller than me.
Yes,
Hey,
you like
lot.
taller women.
She's
know
slender.
it's not that I like taller women. It just happened that I met Michelle and I liked Michelle, not because she was taller than me.
Okay.
All
Well,
right, so Shorty Shane, you're 3'5", right?
3'5".
What height would you like? Do you want to date a 5'5" girl?
I've been with the girl, like legit been with the girl that was like 5'8".
5'8".
And then it's like her. I'm Patty in the situation of going out.
I mean,
Everyone's like, "What is going on right now?"
At 5'8" and you're 3'5", where did you come up to on her?
Like hip-ish.
Perfect.
Perfect.
There you go. Let's go to phones on this. Hey, Anonymous is in Newport Richie. Hey, Anonymous, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I just like to say.
Hey, Anonymous, can you get a little closer to the hands-free deal on the? You're just way distant.
How's that better?
That's a little better. Go ahead.
That the whole background thing, I think, is a joke because anybody can have an arrest record. A lot of people don't go to the conviction side of it. So you can run anybody's name and see if they have an arrest record. It doesn't mean they're a criminal. You know, I think that's a joke. And as far as the economy, I go out on a lot of dates, and it's not really affecting me. I mean, I do have a lot of women, though, that do want to split the check with me.
Oh, really? And where are you meeting the women? What is your number one place that you're meeting your dates, Anonymous?
Actually, the last 3 women I met at Home Depot.
oh, I bet you did.
Listen, we had a whole conversation about meeting women. Are you serious? Are you yanking my leg? Because we just talked about that.
No, I'm dead flat serious. Actually, one of the women I met at Home Depot actually works there, and we just started chatting about,
Did she work in the screw section?
No, she worked on the register.
All right, just checking. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for the call. Let me grab, thanks for listening. Brandy's in Tarpon Springs. Hey, Brandy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning, guys. Yes, I have ran background checks on people, but the reason was after 2 incidents of dating someone, found out that they were a convicted felon for robbery, didn't know. So then the second time, it was a slap in the face, shame on me. So I started running those on people if I was on the online dating site a few years back. Turns out I didn't run it on the second person, and they actually had some kind of a addiction to some kind of a substance, and it led them to fake a robbery so they could steal the money, stab themselves, and use the money to buy whatever their drug of choice was.
Whoa. So they worked at a business or something. They faked a robbery so they could steal the money for their drug addiction, and they even stabbed themselves to sell the whole deal?
They did. And you know what? I didn't find out about this. My ex-husband, who was upset that I was dating someone almost a year later after the divorce, sent me all this in an email, said, "Oh, now you see kind of people you date." I was like, oh, what in the world? So, yeah, I started. I've also...
Did you just catch yourself from saying a curse word?
I did. I helped you. You didn't have to dump me.
That was... Look at that.
She said Schwab.
She's got the inside industry lingo going on as well.
But I have looked at my daughter. She's in her 20s now, but if someone knew, and as well as, and I don't know how that's going to sound, but when my ex-husband and even my current husband's ex-wife started dating someone, we were concerned with their reputation, and come to find out there was abuse charges and things like that.
That's crazy. So you started running background checks, and after you were burned, what, twice?
Twice. Shame on you once.
Yeah.
Shame on me the second time.
Gotcha.
So, yep.
Hey, Brandy, thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking in.
No problem.
You know what stinks? Take care.
Yeah.
You know what stinks about our dating world is like people do meet so many people online, and it was nice when you got a reference from someone back in the old days. You met people through friends because then they could tell you.
But did that friend, even back then, really know the true background of the individual?
Knew better than going in cold.
You have some kind of sociopath that's kind of selling you on what a great person. Meanwhile, you don't know what they did back in Pennsylvania.
That's true.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sharon in Lakeland. Hey, Sharon.
Hey, how are you?
Go ahead, Sharon. We're great.
Anyway, I had done a background check just to make sure, and his record was clean. And I also, what I did was I also...
What about his STD screener? Was that clean as well?
Yes. Yes, he is squeaky clean.
All right.
And he's a keeper. But anyway, yeah, I also checked the local, the sheriff's website, their jails, the booking to match photos or
Yeah, and make sure they don't have to leave their porch lights off on Halloween.
That's right.
Sharon, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Let me grab Barbie. Barbie.
Ooh.
I'm a Barbie girl.
All right, Patty.
In a Barbie world.
Don't get jealous,
Made
Patty.
of plastic.
Exactly. Oh, we got Barbie on the phone. I got Patty, the playtime girl, in here.
She looks angry.
All right. Hey, Barbie and Bradenton, go ahead.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. Go ahead.
Awesome. So yes, I definitely do background checks. And I also do them for my daughters as well. Whenever my daughters tell me that they've got a new love in their life, Mommy's going to the computer.
Wow. Has anything come up either for the background check for your daughters or you?
Absolutely. And I don't want to say because I know my people are going to realize who I am and recognize me. But yes, I have found stuff.
Whoa. Hold on. If I want to know what things you found in the background, you're not going to tell me?
Oh, no, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what are you concerned with people knowing who you are? What don't you want to say?
Well, let's just say someone turned out to be a predator. Someone turned out to be a gambler. Someone turned out to be a car theft.
Steve Miller Band song.
I think that's pretty good.
Mike.
Any jokers? Tokers?
Any midnight smokers? Tokers? Or
How do you find out someone's a gambler?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a gambler.
Well, when they're arrested for it.
how do you get arrested for gambling? Oh, you mean like illegal gambling?
Yeah, and then stealing, and then the gambling part, because it actually happened to one of my daughters where my other daughter's boyfriend and her they were all living together, and he wound up stealing money from my daughter that he wasn't dating.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, you win the award so far today of having the best sounding cell phone on the air. Can I ask what cell phone and what company do you use?
I have Verizon, baby.
And what cell phone are you on? What model?
What is this, babe? This is a Samsung S21 Plus, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good. And you're on Verizon.
You.
Yeah, because we get some really crappy cell phones that call in. Andrea, I'm sorry, Barbie, thank you for calling in. Have a great day. Look at the phones. Let me grab Andrea on line 2. Andrea's in Palm Harbor. Hey, Andrea, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We are well. What's your story?
I just wanted to say I started dating my husband over 10 years ago, and I met him on eHarmony. And I had a friend at the time. She was in her mid-70s, and she advised me strongly to do a background check because you never know. You meet people online, and nobody knows where they're coming from.
Okay, so what happened when you ran the background check?
I found that he was clean, but I had that peaceful mindset that that's exactly what I'm going to find out.
Now, where did you do the background check? Did you hire like a professional PI?
No, I went online and I found different softwares that they're doing that. And you pay, of course.
Yeah.
I think I paid $100 or something.
Hey, thank you, Andrea. Appreciate it. You know, you wonder, though, if you do a background search online, is it as effective as, getting like a private investigator to run a background check with all the resources and tools that they have, and how it varies. I know that some PIs that they have different resources versus like a background check that you can just run online. Nicole, and look at all the women calling up here. We'll end with 2 guys, and then hey Andrew, I'm going to take 3 more calls, then we got to move on because I got a lot to do here. Nicole's in Land O'Lakes. Hello.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We are well. Go ahead.
So I ran background checks on all the guys that I went out with. I used Been Verified online, and I found one was a predator, a sex register, and another was arrested for cyber stalking.
Oh, my God. So did you ever make it out on a date with them? Did you do the checks even before date number 1?
I did the checks before I would even go out with them, and you have to do some research because on these apps, you only have a first name. So you have to definitely dig around and try to figure out where they're from, figure out their last.
So how'd you wiggle out? How'd you tell them, sorry, no date?
Oh, well, the sex offender, I sent his picture to him, and I was like, I guess we're not meeting on Wednesday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Course,
and did he respond back?
Of course. Well, it wasn't my fault, and I'm like, yeah, okay, bye. I have 2 little kids, so that was not happening.
Yeah, my wiener just fell out of my pants accidentally. I don't know what happened.
That happens, dude.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So yeah, I highly advise women to always pay the money and get it done. And then I found my boyfriend who was squeaky clean and perfect, and it's been almost a year, and I haven't had to go on those lovely sites.
So
Does
you
he-
think?
Does he know you investigated him?
Not yet, but I'm thinking maybe I'll tell him today.
Or he could be listening to the MJ Morning Show right now. Nicole, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
All right, 2 more, and we got 2 guys to wrap this up. And then we got a lot of things we got to get to. Dean is in Lakeland. Dean, you're on the MJ Morning Show, Q105. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Dean, what's up?
Hey, I want to speak from the other side of the spectrum. I've been a convicted felon. I was in prison for armed robbery years and years and years ago.
Wow, what did you stick up?
Little stores and stuff like that because I had.
How many stores did you stick up?
About 35 of them.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
Where? What? Dean? What location?
Polk County.
So you stuck up about 35 little convenience stores in Polk County?
Yes.
What were the years of your reign of terror?
I got 25 years.
No, I'm talking. Hold on. What years were you robbing stores? What years did you do it during what time frame?
It's about 1986 to 1991.
Wow. And you got 25 years?
Yes, and I did every single one of them.
When did you get out? So
2019.
Oh, you're like just a couple of years out.
Yeah, and that's what brings me to tell you this, that when I got out, I was looking up some old friends, and I met this girl that I went to school with years and years ago, and I was completely upfront with her. Before we even went out, I told her, been in prison, what I was in prison for, and I left the ball. Now we've been together almost 5 years. We've been married for 1.
Wow.
And we're happy.
All right, Dean, are you completely reformed?
I'm done.
All right, so you have no desire, like when you walk into Circle K or 7-Eleven, there's not a little voice that says, rob him, rob him, rob him.
God.
No.
But you got
No.
pretty good at it in your heyday. Wow.
I've completed my commitment. I'm a free man, which very few do.
Now, you're not allowed to own a gun. You're a convicted felon. You're not allowed to vote yet, right?
Not yet. I'm trying to get them rights back now.
Yep, because you can apply for that. So you are totally reformed. Now, where were you? How were you finally busted after 35 convenience store or small store robberies? How were you finally caught?
The dogs. The dogs tracked me down.
You mean
wow, like real dogs?
So, wait a minute. So the cops got the Polk County Sheriff's Office or whatever. They got to a location and you had run, and they sent the dogs after you. The dogs found you in the woods or something.
No, they found me in my home. I wasn't very far away from it.
Oh, they tracked you from the store to your home,
And it was on from there.
What was the last store? What was the place that you bumped off?
I think it was a Sitco. I think it was a Sitco, the last one. Yeah.
Nice.
In what part of Polk County?
Lakeland.
Wow. So who busted you? Was it Lakeland PD that busted you, or was it the Polk County Sheriff's Office?
It was Grady Judd's boys.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, they got you.
Yeah, Grady's going to get you. Oh, man, that's a great bumper sticker. Grady's going to get you.
Oh, don't tell him that.
And you know, I don't even think about committing any crimes anymore.
Oh, man.
I'm enjoying life, and I love life right now, and I love the lady I'm with.
Hey, Dean, where were you locked up? Which facility in Florida?
Oh, Lord, I've been to several. Taylor Correctional, Lake Correctional, Marion.
Oh, wow.
DeSoto. I've been all over the place, and I've seen some really bad stuff.
Wow, how many folks did you see get shanked?
A lot. A lot.
This is the best call we've ever
You have
had.
a teardrop tat?
That's not ever. I mean,
Maybe not ever, but this is a great call.
this is really scary.
Hey, Dean, listen. Thanks for calling, man. What a story, man.
Hey, congrats. I'm being free.
I appreciate it. I love you guys, and you have a great show. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Dean.
Don't rob us.
Call back anytime.
Oh, Dean, yeah, call us again. Feel free. Dean, the convenience store robber. Is that not one of the greatest calls we've ever had?
That guy's robbed 30 stores.
35.
35, Froggy. Get it right.
Whoa, that's a busy lad.
And Grady got him. All right, Scott, last call. Scott's in Riverview. Scott, man, that's a tough act to follow. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I think I might be able to do it.
Oh, my God. All right.
Okay.
All right, game on,
Let's
Scott.
go.
Let's go. Scott in Riverview.
All right, so I met this girl at a bowling alley. She was a bartender. We started talking. She said she was interested in going out, but she wants to do a background check on me. I had her write her last name down because it was a really weird name. I did the background check on her, and I didn't find anything, but we did start dating, and she came over and saw the background check on my desk, and she's like, what the hell is this? Oops, sorry.
No, hell, that's okay. Hell is okay. Just don't do an S or an F. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So we start dating. So she was fine. But the thing that I found out after we started dating is her father was a Long Island police officer. Her stepmother was a judge on Long Island and the prosecuting DA. And her sister robbed a bank in her father's district, and they covered it up, and nothing ever became of it.
Oh, my God.
And I have reason to believe the whole story is true because both her sister and her, I don't date this girl anymore, both had loads of cash in the house, and her sister didn't work.
Loads of cash in the house, and the sister didn't work?
No, she didn't work. She was married. Her husband worked for the county in Long Island. But, you know, her father, retired cop, her stepmother, retired prosecuting DA. Nothing ever became of it. And she lived a very good life for not doing much.
That's incredible. No, that's a great story, Scott. Thank you, pal. Have a great day.
You too, guys. Love you.
You know,
Thanks.
our listeners,
Wow.
our phones are getting better and better. I'm telling you. This show I'm doing the show, and this show surprises me every day.
Hold on. Are the callers getting better, or are they just breaking more laws?
I don't
Getting more honest.
35 convenience stores is an awful lot.
All I know
I'm
is
trying to look him up online.
when we go to phones, man, I'm just impressed. That's just incredible.